You so worried about what these people think, bruh, and they don't do nothing for you. God blesses you with a vision. It's a reason that God blessed you with the vision and not nobody else, because the vision is for you. Some people die and they never fully embrace their true self. What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Emmanuel. I post content about fashion and anything self-improvement. The sooner that you realize your uniqueness and difference is your superpower, the quicker you'll get to walking in your calling. Let me tell you guys a quick story. I remember being in high school, right? And when I was in high school, I remember I was in this phase where everybody was wearing ripped jeans, Vans, big t-shirts, like almost that Kanye vibe, like distressed everything, big shirts and Vans, right? And I embraced that style. Like, I've always been into fashion. I ended up embracing that style, right? And I loved it. And I used to come to school with like the coldest outfits, and my friends would make like a big deal because I was fitted. But like in my heart of hearts, like deep down in my heart, what I actually really wanted to do, or what I enjoyed the most, was dress for success days in school. And the reason I enjoyed dress for success days is because I got to wear dress shirts, ties, suits. I remember I would literally only dress like that on the dress for success days. Why? Because it fit in. Like, everyone else was dressed for success. Like, everyone else was dressed like that, right? But really, if I had more confidence, I would have been doing that every day like I do now. You do not have to do what everyone else is doing. Do what works for you. A lot of times what works for you ends up being your superpower. I'm not someone that have regrets, and I still don't have regrets, but one thing that I do wish is I understood this concept a lot sooner. Why? Because fast forward to like now, I get paid thousands of dollars just to help guys improve their sense of style. The very thing that I was trying to run away from in order to fit in other people's box. The thing is, we're all biased. Whatever it is that we believe in, whatever it is that we embrace, we feel as if it's the only way that it should be done, right? And I used to be like this. Like, I remember I used to tell people like, yeah, I go to the gym at 5 a.m. Like, if you ain't going to the gym at 5 a.m., if you ain't going to the gym at 5 a.m., like, you ain't no beast, right? And it took me a while to realize someone doesn't go to the gym at 5 a.m. That doesn't mean that they're not a beast. That just may not work for them. I realized when I was going to the gym at 5 a.m. every morning, right? I wasn't doing it because I felt like it made me a beast. I was doing it because that's what worked for me. And I came to this realization yesterday because I'm watching this guy's story. Similar scenario. He's literally on his story. I'm going to the gym at 4 a.m. Like, swipe up if you like would be willing to be doing this, right? Would you be willing to go to the gym at 5 a.m.? Boom, the next day, he's like, yeah, I seen everyone that swiped up. I screenshot it. Well, if you're really committed to getting results and this, that, I'm starting a challenge, and you're gonna go to the gym at 4 a.m. in the morning. And that's how I'm gonna know that like you're legit or not. And I'm just thinking to myself, seeing it, and I found myself wanting to join in the challenge. I'm like, well, I can't even go to the gym at 4 a.m. because my gym opens up at 5. And the only reason why I thought about doing the challenge is only because in order to appease to him, to make him know that I'm a beast or I'm legit. But then when I sat there, I'm like, nah, I literally can't even do that because my gym doesn't open up till 5. And that's what works for me. You do not have to do what everyone else is doing. You just do what works for you. What you don't realize is the very thing that is different that you do, the very thing that it is that you do that is not like what most people do, is exactly what gives you a unique edge. I was so scared to put on a suit, bro. I was so afraid of what people would have thought. I was so accustomed to doing what was like what everybody else was doing. The ripped jeans, the Vans, the Kanye style. Like, I felt like I needed to do what everyone else was doing. Turns out, as soon as I started embracing my uniqueness, being a 18-year-old that's suited and booted every day, that's the very thing that's given me an opportunity to be successful today. Like, it's actually crazy. And every now and then I think, dang, only if I would have got started when I was in school, only if I wasn't so afraid when I was in school, bruh, man, I would be, oh my goodness, I'd be thinking about I would be so much further. So it's like, if you really think about it, you're so caught up in trying to fit in and doing what everyone else is doing because you don't want your unique, the thing about you that is different. You don't want people to think you're weird or it's just not the norm. I hate to sound like every other person, but it seems as if every extremely successful person has became successful because they challenged what was normal. They decided, nah, like, I want to jump out of the scope of what people deem as regular or what everyone else is doing. Everyone's going left, so let me go right. That's exactly what I did later on. Imagine being 18 and walking around on a school campus and you're in a suit all the time and you technically don't have no reason to be wearing a suit. Every now and then people will be like, make little jokes like, are you going to church? Are you going to church? I'm like, nah, man, this is my style. This is what I like. The very thing that is different about you is the very thing that people will be applauding you for. You just simply have to find what works for you. Wearing suits, being dressed up, that's what works for me. Hitting the gym at 5 a.m., not because I feel like I'm obese, but because that's what works for me. And if you have to go to the gym at 10 p.m. because you don't like seeing a whole bunch of people in the gym, that's what works for you. Do what works for you. Don't allow anybody else to try to confine you into this box of normal or a regular, you like routine, what everyone else is doing. Man, it's hot in here. You have a unique gift. You have a unique edge. You have a unique difference. You have a X factor. Nobody else has that but you. And if you're worried about what this person is gonna say, if you're worried about walking on this path alone, you will never get to where you wanna be. I'm telling you, bro, for years I had to deal with people asking me, bro, why you always in a suit, bro? Why you always dressed up? It's like, bro, this is what works for me. This is what I choose to do in my life. What I love about this, you don't even have to explain to people why it is that you do what you do. You could just know in your mind what it is that you do. Like when people used to make jokes like you going to church and stuff, I used to be like, yeah, bro, I don't need them to understand where I'm going. You have a vision. When God blesses you with a vision, it's a reason that God blessed you with the vision and not nobody else, because the vision is for you. Y'all so caught up trying to fit in this box, trying to be like everybody else. And not even because you want to, you just doing it because you gonna fit in. I got tired of fitting in. Like I got tired of looking like everybody else with the ripped jeans and the Vans. I'm like, man, I'm finna put on a suit. Not for the sake of being different. That was what was working for me at the time, and that is what is still working for me today. It's so crazy. Hindsight 2020, I'm looking back like, man, I was so worried about what people was thinking. And today, not only are those very people are the ones hitting me up trying to get a consultation or wanting to work with me in order for me to help them out, but it's companies, it's different other people that's edifying, that's applauding, that's paying for the very thing that I was running for years. I spent 4 years in high school, bro. 4 years in high school trying to fit in this box. 4 years. And this is the beauty about high school. When you graduate high school, it takes off all the extra noise. That's why that same girl that dubbed you in high school, that's why she hit you up right after school, because now she doesn't have all those other people that she have to seek validation from, because she doesn't get to see them. It's sad that it had to be that way. As soon as I graduated, when I realized, man, I ain't even got to see this dude no more that used to crack the jokes, I'm like, man, I'm finna put on this suit. I'm about to put on this suit, bro. I'm telling you, bro. The very thing that you're running from, the very thing that you're so afraid to do, bro, is the same thing that is giving you your unique edge. It's the very reason why you'll be one step ahead. It's the very reason why this person, bro, people that do the same thing don't get great results. Why would someone pay you, or why would someone embrace you, or why would someone applaud you when you're doing what everybody else is doing? They doing it too. But when you decide to carve your own lane, when you decide to go your own path, when you decide to follow the purpose that God has blessed you with, on the other side of that, man, it's a whole different world. It's a whole world of blessings and wins and applauds. And I thank God that I finally got to this point and I'm able to reap the rewards for it. For some people die and they never fully embrace their true self. And I don't want that to be you. Because I know you worried about what your mom think. I know you still trying to mess with that girl just because everybody thinks she a baddie, but you know she not good for your spirit. I know you want to keep that corporate job because it has a stable income and everyone says, like, take the safe route, and people say do this and it, like, bro, do what works for you. Stop trying to appease to these people, bro. Half of the time, if you really think about it, most of these people, if you try to look into the future 10 years, 9 times out of 10, those people will not be in your life. It's the same concept with weddings. I work with people that are getting married all the time. I always ask the question, how many people, how big is the wedding people? 250, 200. All these people that's just here for a good time, that's not actually gonna add no value into your life, into your marriage, years down the line when you guys are struggling. All these people for no reason, you trying to accommodate them, you trying to spend more money at your wedding just to make sure that your mom cousin is able to come, and your mom cousin has never done anything for you. And then there's that small few. It's always that small few. It's always that small few. Where I asked him, how big is your party? He like, man, we only doing like 50 people max. Nah, we're not doing that. Matter of fact, we're gonna do a destination wedding, bro, because since it's only 50 people, we're able to afford to go to Dubai and do the wedding with the 50 closest friends that we feel like is gonna be around forever. When you walk in your purpose, when you actually start to embrace your true self, when you actually stop trying to appease to other people and you walk on the path that works for you, not only do you discover yourself, but you're able to do things that you nowhere near could even imagine that you were able to do if you were still stuck in that one box that everybody is in. Man, God is so crazy. God is so good. It took me forever to get, bro, 4 years, bro. 4 years. If you think about it, if I would have started that 4 years earlier, I would have been a decade into this. Imagine walking around telling people I got a decade full of experience. Here's my credentials. Now I gotta really wait 4 more years in order to actually be able to say that, just because I was waiting on what other people think. I don't even talk to them no more. I don't even have their IG. They don't even know what I'm doing anymore. You so worried about what these people think, bro. You so worried about what these people think, and they don't do nothing for you. They don't do nothing for you. I don't want it to take that long for you, and I don't want you to be on your deathbed and you're reminiscing and just sitting there wishing that you had just got started. You wishing that you had decided to do what you felt was best for you and not everyone else. This is what I always tell people about making decisions for yourself, right? And this is what it took for me.
I'd much rather taking an L based on a decision that I made than taking an L on a decision that I allowed someone else to do for me. Because that's gonna do 2 things. That's gonna make me feel like I have no sense of control of my own life, that I need other people to do what I need to do, but it also improves that relationship with those people, because now you have a sense of control. You did later on in life, you're like, man, I could have did this, but it didn't get my mom. I ain't know ruin your relationship with your mom. Take anything from this video, this is what I would take it. The very same people's opinion that you value so much that you listen to choose when they want to do for you. They want you to do with your life rather than you doing what you want to do with your life. Those very same people that you love and you care about their opinion so much, later on in life, you allow them to be the captain of your life, you are going to regret it, bro. You're going to make it different.